Am I talking to you?
You are talking to either the camera or me.
All right, I'd probably rather talk to you. Okay. What do we got? Big Brother. Yeah, that's my first ad. I can't remember when I first saw it, but I was ecstatic about it.
Really?
But I remember Rodney saying, like, I could have done better. Before they even printed the ad, he was like, I just think you can do something better. He was right, too, but I just wanted to get something done. I was on Flow for World Industries at the time, kind of through James Craig and Gideon Choi and those guys. Maybe Rodney was just trying to find a place for me, but he ended up talking to Kareem, I think. So I think I was the first one on, besides that original crew on Menace, when it was Menace. Not before I got on, and then after I got on, we traveled a little bit. We were in two different worlds. I was really an outsider. They were just funny and fun to be around, but intimidating too. I was a kid, and they were on some other shit, so I was just frightened half the time, but kind of loving it too. Yeah, I don't remember the conversation or anything. Yeah, I had to have been frightened, but I didn't. I probably just hinted at it for a couple days. I didn't have a sponsor when I quit, but I knew I wanted one, and I knew which one I wanted to ride for. So I was on Vita with Dill and Tim O'Connor. I just met Tim, and I had met Dill just from being around LA, and I remember him telling me that anytime I wanted to ride for Workshop, just to give him a call. I didn't know what I identified with back then, but I think I knew it was more in that direction. And I think I was on Workshop for a couple days. He was like, yeah, talk to him, I think you're on. A day or two went by, and he's like, oh, you're gonna be on Habitat. I was like, perfect. Girl or Chocolate I would have rode for. I don't think so, no. I really love that company. I would have rode for them. I still can. They got my number. This isn't my first board though, is it?
Don't think so, no.
This is one of them, and my first board looked similar. But this one still looks good to me. I love that vibe. I still love Joe's thing. He used the South America stuff a good amount. I think that's the Peruvian flag there. Though I wasn't born in Peru, my mom's from Peru, but he needed to work with something. So many of them came out, and they just went and came and went. And I would ride whatever too. I wasn't really particular, like I don't know what shape this is, or I didn't really care. No, it's too small. I've graduated to bigger boards. But I definitely would have rode this back then. I mean, it looks good. No, like, I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I think I remember the first time I had it physically. I think I saw it, a picture, or a catalog picture first, and then at a trade shows when I had it physically, but I can't. That's what's crazy. I just didn't I cared, but I kind of didn't care. I was like, all right, I wanted to skate. I don't remember really caring about the shape or the shapes ever. I'm still that way. Tiny boards. Yeah, man. I love those colors. Yeah, this is Peruvian influenced. I don't know what you'd call this pattern, but that's very kind of Peruvian poncho. And of course the llama or alpaca. I don't remember riding this one. I rode that other one, I remember. No, well, yeah, yes. But it wasn't about the board. The board was just a thing and a symbol. I think I wanted to be respected and loved by everybody. I just wanted in the building, you know? I wanted to sit at that table. There was other bigger moments for me, and that was like getting nods from other people I looked up to, or I remember Rick Howard congratulating me on a video part, and Mike Carroll saying something about me, and just different things. Those were more exciting to me than the board. So these are just physical symbols of what I wanted. Oh, this one's gripped up. Monkey grip. I don't remember this one. This one slipped under my nose somehow. I missed it. I liked Carrie. I liked hanging with him. He had like he has the most subtle like humor, really sneaky. He's not really flashy. I didn't spend too much time with him, but I remember he stayed at my house. When I lived with my parents, he came out and stayed with us. And it was fun to give him like California culture. I just kind of would watch his mind get blown every couple days by like In-N-Out burger and shit. Rick Ayola, I never really met him or his skating. I was down, but it just wasn't my thing at the time. You know, naturally I kind of respect it more now, what he was doing at the time. I don't have much of an opinion on him. I loved his skating. Personally, it was like just a miss. I didn't really understand his personality, but I respected his skating. We were always cool. I've always loved his skating. Gershon. That's pretty good. I like Gershon. I got to know him a little bit. He was insane at skateboarding. Like, I don't know if he gets his due credit. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Do any of us get our due credit? Do we get a check in the mail or a letter? I don't know. He was an amazing skater. Just a hermit, basically. Quiet, hermetic personality. I could relate to that. LeVar, I was a fan of his skating too. He was amazing. He was strange. He was on some other kind of planet. In a good way, I think. Whatever took him there, drugs or whatever. Tim. I don't know what to say about Tim. It's funny, I was just with Bill Strobeck in New York a couple days ago. I met up with him. I was passing through and we were talking about the first time we met. Yeah, the first time I skated Love Park, I was in high school and I came out here with my mom. I'm in New York with my mom visiting family. She, God bless her heart, drives me down here to skate, basically just to skate Love Park. I come down here, she just drops me off. I have a DV tape in my pocket. I meet Bill and he's just sitting there with a camera and I ask him if he wants to film me. He filmed a line, a 2-trick line, that was in 411 because I just took the tape back home and gave it to my buddy who worked at 411. Close to 20 years ago, that's how we met, which is just so funny. Just me doing that, it's so silly. Backtail to fakie, and then a switchback 780 nose grind on the ledge. Didn't do it very good. The next time we met was in San Francisco when I nollie flip nose slid that trip. When I nollie flip nose slid Hubba. I'm pretty sure that was the next time we met, but I can't remember our interaction, you know, but I remember that was our reunion. I do. It's like, I kind of need to do it. I've been doing it my whole life, so yeah, I do. It's awesome now to skate and just kind of go off and do my own thing and not think too hard or stress about it. Yeah, I could do this. I haven't fallen off that hard. This has become like kind of a cult classic, huh? I really liked it. I love the orange. I love the orange cassette. It's awesome. I don't remember. I've YouTubed some stuff from it, not that long ago, but I'm trying to even remember what I have. I know I have stuff in Philly. That's what I remember. I can't remember all my tricks in there, but I was a small part of that video. I was kind of just lucky to get in there. It took a lot of tries. I can't remember. It basically took like a day without doing it and the next day going back and doing it fairly quickly. Dill, Tim, Wenning. Yeah, Strobeck filmed it fisheye and Castrucci filmed it head on with like a Super 8 or something. I do remember landing it and going to Pier 7 after, and Carl Watson walked up to me and said, I heard what you did. And like gave me a handshake, like a thug hug or something. It was awesome. The Rodrigo Tex thing where he nollie heel, no slid it. Yeah, that was a beef that I was too focused on doing my trick to even get involved in, but I told you I tried it the day before. I was shooting it with Pete Thompson. And then the next day, went there without Pete Thompson. And he's there with Rodrigo, and Rodrigo's trying it. And I really don't remember tripping at all. I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, Dill and Tim and those guys were with me, so they were like my guard dogs. And I don't know what they said, but they were like, all right, you got to stop now. Danny's gonna try this. So then I did it. We left, and Rodrigo nollie heel flip, no slid it after. I think I probably warmed up with nollie nose sides, but I don't think I did it. I think I went pretty quickly into nollie flip nose side. I knew I only had so much energy. You know. I also remember skating in Orange County at this ledge spot, really high ledges, called Aero Vista, this basketball court spot. I nollie flipped nose slid that, and Chad Fernandez was there. He was like, you could probably do that on Hubba. So Chad Fernandez is the one who gave me the idea.
AC Slater.
What does Earth come do? What has happened on Earth? Holy shit! I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. That dog fight to me like no try. It's the most perfect thing I've ever seen. I am the fucking tiger.
A K-less 3-flip. I love Tim's kickflip over the love gap. Even, I know Carrie did it as well, but something about the filming and the way Tim did it. I remember loving the intro when I saw it. I thought the intro was just perfect. With the Stones song, that's like my favorite thing in the video.
See it come along, don't know where it's from. Oh yes, you will find out. Well, it happens all the time. It's some from our minds, you'll find out. Slow or fast, slow or fast.
I remember, yeah, I remember this one. Mike O'Mealy shot that photo. Yeah, this one's cool. I rode this board. Mosaic's the one, the video, like kind of where I got my man legs. Pretty much, I guess so. I had a lot of stuff before, but that felt like that thing was like tied with a ribbon, you know. The Chocolate Watch Band song. No, Castrucci did. I don't think I could have done any better. I was into like some like trendy, like indie bands and like Velvet Underground. I don't think I tried to push anything too hard. I knew Joe had a thing, an aesthetic he was going for, and I like that. I still like that. Like, I don't want to worry about designing boards and how my part's edited, as long as somebody that I trust is doing it. And I trusted Joe. Even when if I didn't like something he did so much good stuff. He's trustworthy, you know. So, yeah, I let him pick the song. And I just skated my ass off on that one. Mosaic. This is the first Habitat video, yeah. Well, I'm looking at the back cover, but I always like that photo of Tim on the Mosaic tiles. I think I even remember getting the title and going, what the fuck's a mosaic? Or Mosaic, what does that mean? So, because of this video, I got cultured. For a long time, it was kind of me, Tim, and Wenning. Yeah, yeah, I have a lot. I mean, just little funny ones. I don't know what I should get into right now. We basically grew up together. It's crazy to think. Him and I walked into a Blockbuster video, and he asked me, he's like, how do I do this? You know, to rent a video, to the time like DC days when he was like pleading with me to borrow money to buy pills and shit. I remember being in Europe for those contests with All City, sitting at a dinner table with a few of the guys, and Danny Way was there, and he was on workshop at the time, and he mentioned him. He just brought him up. I don't really remember the conversation, but that's the first time I heard their names. I think I just saw something. My friend Colin Kennedy worked at 411 at the time, and he might have shown me a commercial or something that they had that they were going to use in an upcoming 411. So I think that might have been the first time I saw him. Nollie heel flip front nose, I think, took a long time. Took a couple days, or a few days. Went there a lot for that. The other stuff, like the nollie crooks and back lip, which seemed kind of wild, those were, in my memory, they were pretty easy. It just worked for me that day or something. But yeah, nollie heel front nose, I remember struggling. I liked Papalardo's stuff. And I always liked Papalardo, but I really liked Papalardo in this one. That's when I got him as a skateboarder. Danny Renaud's, a lot of people love Danny Renaud's part in there. And I liked it too, but I don't know, I didn't like him, I didn't care for him too much at that time. I didn't really have any beef with him, I just thought he was just such a dick. Of course, Stefan was getting so good at that time, I think I was just like, God damn it, this guy. He kept me on my toes. His part's amazing. I mean, he should have had the last part.
I vaguely remember, but I know that it was at Love Park. I think his mother was in town for work. He was down at Love and I was pretty much down there every day. I remember seeing him there, and he's kind of a big dude. He was even big. He's like skinnier now than he was then. He's actually he's a big dude, so when you see him in person, you know. I knew who he was because he was in all the videos, all the 4-in-1s and stuff. So when I saw him, I was like, oh my God, Danny Garcia's here. That's pretty sick. And whatever, I seen him, and then I think he was doing backside tail slide to fakie, and then switch backside 180 nose grind on the main ledge. But he was just doing it, so I went up to him and I was like, hey man, fucking want to film that? That's fucking sick. He was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, let's film it. And he's like, dude, it was so funny. He was like, you mind using my tape though? He brought his own mini DV tape. So he fucking I was like, sure, dude. So I took his tape, filmed it. Dude, he did it within fucking 8 tries or something. And then he was like, I gotta go. He's like, can I get the tape? And I was like, sure, all right, see you later. Next thing you know, I'm watching 4-in-1 and the fucking line's in there, one of the next ones. I don't think I did. I really, I think he might have got paid for it. I did a trip out to San Francisco. It was one of the first filming trips for Photosynthesis. I went out there to meet Dill and Freddie, who were in a hotel, fucking like already been out there for a couple weeks. Fucking, they were on one. I got out there, hung out with them for a week, filmed with them, and then the Habitat team, which was forming at the time, came out to film. And I guess that was the next time that I seen Danny after that. He's always fucking been like the coolest dude. He's fucking like, I don't know, he's always been fucking genuinely sweet. He does that line where he does like, I think he does a kickflip up some cement thing that goes up. He does a kickflip up and then nollie flips in. I just think he looks fucking like exactly how he wants to look in that. I think he was like, he just looked like he was in his prime right there, like sick. We're done?